Hello and welcome. I'm Brossard, and here's what happened this week. More and more senior citizens in Taiwan who need care are stuck living alone, many of them suffering from dementia. Joyce Sung reports on how this trend could become even more dangerous for Taiwan's aging society.
Taking a moment to consider his actions, Mr. Wang goes about his daily routine, relying on muscle memory and some help from a volunteer caregiver. Wang suffers from dementia, and though he needs care, he lives alone, a situation not uncommon for seniors in Taiwan's aging society.
如果还可以，他们都不会想要去跟年轻的孩子去市中心住，因为这不是他的老家，也不是他熟悉的环境。
But caregivers from the volunteer group Come Home say leaving seniors alone can be dangerous, especially for those with dementia who may leave kettles and cookers on by accident. Taiwan has over 48,000 seniors in need of care who live alone, and there aren't enough professional caregivers to look in on them. Volunteer carers step in to help out with daily tasks like taking medicine, and according to them, one of the biggest risks is seniors going missing.
你今天跟谁出来的？跟你妹妹出来的。那你妹妹人呢？
Seniors getting lost has become a growing problem. In the past 5 years, more people aged over 65 have gone missing, and a growing proportion of these cases were due to dementia. On Taipei's metro, one person is reported lost every 2 days. Over half of these cases are senior citizens. Wang has also gotten lost before, not able to find his way home after a nighttime walk.
后来有路人就去报警啊，他把警察到的那个住址跟电话都是错的。
In the end, it was this bracelet with Wang's emergency contact that helped him get home, a potentially life-saving accessory that families are now being urged to get. But what they really need is more assistance, and they're calling on the government to push harder to boost manpower and resources to care for the country's seniors. Devin Tsai and Joyce Zhen for TaiwanPlus.
An ancient game is showing up in Taiwan's care homes. Laurel Stewart reports on how Mahjong can help fight dementia.
A game of strategy and skill. Residents in this care home in Taipei are playing Mahjong, despite not quite remembering how. It's part of a drive to help people with dementia interact with others while keeping their minds active. The care home called for students and healthy people over the age of 65 to play Mahjong with residents. They had expected to take on 3 or 4 volunteers, but were overwhelmed by over 2,000 applications.
这个都是失智的老人嘛，那所以我们希望找一样是65岁，但是他没有失智的问题。我们会找大学生的原因是因为老人就会觉得，就是玩起来会比较有活力一点。
Doctors say games like Mahjong and chess help delay or even prevent dementia because they're interactive and stimulate the brain. The care home is encouraging residents to play other board games with volunteers too, to help with recognizing colors, shapes and textures. And it's a partnership that's sharing joy across generations.
如果他有自己的意见，就让他以他的为主。沟通上还好，就都蛮可爱的。
Taiwan has an aging population, which means memory impairment and cognitive decline is likely to become more prevalent. About 1 in 13 people over 65 and 1 in 5 over the age of 80 here have dementia. Despite Mahjong traditionally being played for gambling, its use of tiles instead of cards makes it easier for seniors to play.
挫折感，那对于他可能会不太愿意再去尝试这件事情，或者是对跟他的牌友之间的关系有一些影响。是不是真的涉及金钱？我想这也是很重要。
As staying active and social gets more important in old age, this centuries-old game could be a vital tool in keeping seniors sharp. Alex Chen and Laurel Stewart for TaiwanPlus.
Ahead of Lunar New Year, elderly people from all over Taiwan have gathered for a special feast just for them. Tiffany Wong reports.
New Year, new friends. Nearly 300 seniors from around Taiwan gathered in Taipei for an early Lunar New Year celebration.
我们老了，没有什么那个活动嘛，看看走一走看看， 看看这个外面怎么样。
因为我们在乡下，一来这边看到这个大都市里，看这个世面，很高兴啊。
我们这个有这个活动，我才有上来，因为脚不方便。
Many of the people here have some situation that may make it difficult for them to socialize regularly. They might be from remote areas or low-income households. Some experience cognitive issues related to age. But charity group the Federation for the Welfare of the Elderly says that shouldn't stop them from keeping holiday traditions alive, especially the tradition of coming together.
围炉是一个年节的关心。第二个就是不管他独居，不管他失智会走失，不管他是没有家属，甚至是有家属都不在身边，自己被关在5层楼的公寓，他依然是要被我们关心的。
As Taiwan becomes a super-age society, many older people find themselves navigating life alone. But events like this remind them that there are still people who care, preserving the spirit of the family holiday. Justin Wu and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's annual Lantern Festival kicked off with the illumination of a massive dragon in the country's south. The dragon lantern in Pingtung County stretches for 200 meters and is 15 meters tall. It's accompanied by 35 installations spread across 3 areas. Performers helped launch the celebration, which will run until February 25th. Transgender people in Taiwan still face discrimination in professional, medical, and daily life. They're fighting to change the law so they can have their preferred gender on their ID cards and other documents. Tiffany Wong brings us this story as well.
多一分理解，让跨性别好一点。
Transgender people and advocates are calling for more progress in their struggle for acceptance in Taiwan. They say the biggest battle is changing their gender marker on their identity cards. It's not such an easy change to make. The current law in Taiwan requires people to prove they've had gender-reaffirming surgery and 2 psychiatric evaluations in order to change their gender. And a new report found that 40% of trans people had to just hide their gender identity when looking for a job out of fear of discrimination. But even employee data systems that showed their gender marker could accidentally out them.
其他部门的人跑来我们组，然后就问说，那个 David 到底是男生还是女生啊？那但是我的同事他们可能也不太理解什么是跨性别，所以在这中间的沟通又会有更多的误解跟猜测等等。
With a new administration coming in, these advocates hope to solidify protections for trans people in law, helping them live normal lives like they want to live. Joseph Wu and Tiffany Wong in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
The first film to explore homosexuality in Taiwan, Crystal Boys, is going to be digitally remastered in celebration of its 40th anniversary. Yujing Huang has more.
A wanderer lost in the Taipei night, with nowhere to call home. This is a scene from the film Crystal Boys. It depicts the lives of gay men in conservative 1970s Taiwan. It was the first film about homosexuality to hit the big screen in the country. It's being digitally remastered ahead of its 40th anniversary in 2026. The new cut will include all the scenes that didn't pass film censors during its first run. The film crew hopes it will give a new generation a glimpse into Taiwan's history.
现在同性的问题是他生活里面的一部分。 是可以被讨论的。那么在我们那个时代呢，就是同志之间的情感是不能够公开被讨论的，所以相对的在情感的表述上面来讲，可能就有很大的差别。
The author of the novel on which the film is based announced the start of the digital remastering project. Bai Xianyong is a pioneering writer on homosexuality in Taiwan. Published in 1983, the Crystal Boys novel has also been adapted for TV and the stage. Bai believes that art has helped gay rights progress in Taiwan, and that this trend is likely to continue elsewhere.
人生而平等的，这个是几个世纪以来人类最追求的理想现在来看，我想这个已经30多个国家已经承认同婚了。我想这个大趋势，会一直会下去。
The Taiwan Film and Audiovisual Institute said It expects to finish remastering Crystal Boys by October, just in time for this year's Pride celebration in Taiwan. Kama Shi and Yujing Huang for TaiwanPlus.
In a national first, a Taiwanese satellite has photographed itself in space. 2 images released by National Cheng Kung University show the Lilium-1 CubeSat in low Earth orbit. The university worked with other schools in Taiwan to create the research satellite. They say the photos show that it's fully operational just 1 month after its launch. A neighborhood in southern Taiwan is going back to its roots and embracing local tradition to bring people back to the rural village. Leslie Liao has more.
If you've never heard of Muzi neighborhood in southern Taiwan's Kaohsiung, there's a good chance you're not the only one. In 2023, only 684 people were registered as living there. But the actual population was less than 400 people, with nearly half of them over age 65. Most of Taiwan's younger people migrate to urban areas in search of better job opportunities, leaving places like Muzi with a declining elderly population. But Muzi is not yet ready to leave its legacy to the history books. The community came up with a way to attract people back to the area. A group of people, mostly in their 70s, set out for the nearby mountains. They're looking for bamboo to make hand torches. The hand torches made from this bamboo stem from a uniquely Muzi tradition. And just like how the adults used those torches to bring children home from school back in the day, so too do these torches guide people back to Muzi now. The Muzi Torch Festival has been held annually since 2018, but it went on hiatus for 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2023, hundreds of people from all over Taiwan flocked to the remote neighborhood to participate in the proud tradition. Torches were handed out, lit, and people walked around the mountains lighting up the surrounding area, including to the now defunct Muzi Elementary School. Along the way, locals who aren't used to seeing so many people in their community got a renewed sense of hope.
感恩又感动，很高兴的。为什么？因为难得有这么热闹，他们会过来，我真的，人家都来报名，真的是很高兴的，我都高兴到哭泣。
Tradition rejuvenated a community that was on the brink of being forgotten. The Muzi Torch Festival has given locals something to look forward to each year. This festival is perhaps a representation of what makes communities like Muzi so appealing. There's no fancy tricks or gimmicks here. It all comes down to what makes Muzi, Muzi. Chris Ma and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Massive cabbages are on sale at a farm in Taiwan's southern Yunnan County. Some of the giant winter vegetables weigh over 12 kilograms, 10 times heavier than an average head. These colossal cabbages can take almost half a year to grow, and at over $15 per head, they aren't cheap. But that didn't stop customers flocking to buy them.
很重，超级大的巨无霸的高丽菜。啊，这回去要怎么吃啊？这么大一颗。慢慢切，可以吃半个月，可以吧？
Thanks for watching. Here's what happened. You can find more of our reporting online on social media or on our app. Finally, before we go, cool off with this footage of humpback whales in the waters around Antarctica. I'm Philip Brossard. Take care and have yourself a wonderful Sunday.